Hi everyone, it's Gail here with a little craft with me. I have been totally inspired by Sarah at the Mushroom Market on YouTube, and I wanted to do a little craft with me. I came up with some sort of efficiencies in making these little scrap collages, so I wanted to share with you. So these are the scrap collages. Let me pull up a couple and up to the camera so you can see. They're just scraps of paper. This one has tissue paper, fabric, that sort of thing, just collaged on a piece of scrap paper. So I have made all different sizes and kinds and such. And let me show you a few ideas of what to do with them. And then we'll get on to, I'll show you what I've come up with as sort of a system to do these. And I'm so excited to have a bunch of them. So I'm working on a batch of little golden books. And so I've made a couple of different things one for each signature in the golden books. So this is an idea of Sarah's of using old Project Life cards and making a pocket, sewing around it, and putting a tag in. And then at the bottom is one of the scrap collages. And then it's just attached onto a 6x6 piece of scrapbooking paper that can then be put in the signature. So go over on YouTube to the Mushroom Market if you want a full tutorial on how to make these. Sarah does a great job. Even though she says she doesn't do well on tutorials, she really does. So there you go. She's got a lot of great videos, you guys. I'm working my way through them, so you'll probably see more of Sarah's ideas on my channel because I've just been having fun playing with them. So here is another one. This is another one, and then this one is in the golden book that has the Tim Holtz papers. So you can see it's Tim Holtz-y sort of colors. And then a girly one. And that one I just, oops, sorry, I'm hitting the camera with my showing you these things. I just used the die cut, I used a punch, and the negative part was in my scrap bin. Used that. I think that turned out super cute. There's this one and this one. So those are those. So those are going to be in the first signature. And then these, you saw me working on these. Andrea at Artie Mae's has also been kind of taken with this idea. So this was another one of Sarah's ideas where she made journaling space, but she also decorated up her little music papers or text papers or whatever. So I did some of these for the golden books too. And then this is the scrappy collage. Added a word on these ones because I thought that was fun. And of course I used Mrs. Cog's images on the front. So there's one. I'll just show you these real quick. There's one. This one says there's beauty and simplicity. And on the inside, I used some paint sample things. I thought they could be written on, and they were in my scrap bin, so used those. This one says discover, and and then the paint kind of goes with the front. So those were fun. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it says friends down here. And this one says Fairy Godmother, and it says blessed down here on the little scrap collage. This one I put coffee dyed paper that goes like that in that one. And then this is the kitty one, and it says stay curious down here. And then lots of room to journal. So that's a couple of the ideas for using the scrappy collages. I'm going to move those aside and just grab, let's see here. Just going to grab a couple of envelopes. Another idea that I had that I thought would be fun is just to put them on an envelope like that. So the other thing that I thought of, I don't know that I have, well, let me just grab I'll grab my December daily. We'll use it as an example. Let me find an empty page here. Okay, like say for instance this page, I thought you could just also attach them to the side of a page like that, and I think that would look super cute too. So I feel like there's about a zillion uses for them, and so I feel like I want to make a zillion of them. So I want to share with you my process. So what I've been doing is I sit and do them while I'm watching TV. And so what I grab is I have my bin of little fabric scraps. These are just, you know, smaller scraps. I have my packet of scrapbooking paper leftovers, just little, they're basically just, this one's the rectangle scraps, but I have that, and then I have this sort of no rhyme or reason scrap bin. And it's got a lot of music paper in it. It's got like some craft paper that's stamped. It's got sewing pattern paper. It's got a little bit of everything in here. So that's what I grabbed. Those three things. I have my scissors. And then I grab, which I forgot to grab, but I have this box of paper clips. And so I did these just last night in literally about half an hour. I did this little pile. So I want to do a few, and then I'm going to show you a trick on sewing those scraps, those little collage scraps. So I've got a piece of scrapbooking paper. Let's just use this. So I used it a little bit last night, so I tore a little bit of it, but I've been just tearing off the edges like this because I like the torn edge. I don't care for a cut edge. So I've just been sort of preparing the piece like this and just going down the edges. This is so fun. It does make my finger complain a little bit. I will tell you that, but that's okay. If I do it this way, it wouldn't be so bad, would it? There you go. So sometimes, depending on the scrap, I'll keep these, but these are, you know, I am to the point where I can't keep everything. So now you could tear this into strips this way. Let's do a couple of those. One there. I'm missing my mat because of my sewing machine being there, so I have to check and make sure I'm in camera. And let's do one more, maybe a little bit thicker. And then let's go this way and do a couple longer ones. So then I have those, and then I look and see what I might have in my scraps that might be fun on there. And this is really the only reason I need the scissors is to give a start to pull a little bit of fabric and then cut off the extras. So we could put that on that one. And I just have, like, I would have these 4 lined up on my leg on the couch, and I just pull things that I feel like go with them. I've got this little piece over to the side here. Let's do it on one of these. I try not to think about it too much, but you know, it's hard. And it doesn't matter if you take a little bit longer because you're thinking it through. That's just fine. And this one, how about we just put this one right here, and we'll have that. Let's see what else. That one has a lot of yellow in it. Just digging through my pile here a little bit and seeing what floats to the top. Nothing's floating. Here, let's use one of these. Okay, so this is a little big, so I'm just gonna give it a rip. And okay, so there's that one. So so maybe I'll just use another piece of fabric on this one. I've been keeping like the edges of fabric like this because, you know, they're just kind of nice, and you can put a word on them easily. So maybe I'll do that over there. This is a sparkly one, but I think I want more color in that. So let me just grab, I've got a little scrap of paper here in one of my sacks. What if we just do this like that? Then what I do, I've got them all lined up on my lap. Then what I do is I just do a paper clip. So I don't have to have glue or anything else while I'm watching TV. I just paper clip them. Oh, we want something else on that one, don't we? What would we like? What would we like? I have this that I kind of love, and so I like to pop that on some of them. It's coffee dyed, I believe, and one of my Happy Mail friends gave me this. It was just edges of something she'd ripped up, and it's really kind of fun. It gives a really fun texture, so we could put that on there, and then I just clip it on so that they stay together, and just make a big old pile of them like that. So that's how I make them. Simple as that. We'll make one more little batch. This is fun paper. This will be fun. Yeah, that'll be really fun, I think. That was just sticking out of one of my bins. So I'll just take off the edges again, which I'll do with my good hand. No pain, no gain, people. And I do anything for you, just about anything. So, yeah, then, yeah, no, that's not torn either. It's just cut crooked. Yeah, that would be me. Sorry, I'm awkward at this, just protecting the finger. There we go. Okay. So on this one, I really like how that kind of tips down. So I want to go all the way across with that. Yeah, I think let's do a couple across. And then you can see how these add up quickly because, you know, here we've just started. I did 4 that time, and this one's going to have, what, 6 going on. So I really like to use, if I can find some, goodness, I really like to use music too on these. So now that doesn't have a lot on it, but it doesn't matter. You can still use it. Just, you know, grabbing off hunks here and there. And, you know, and then maybe that one makes a nice spot to stamp a word or something, you know. But I do kind of like to just tear out the bars of music. Okay, and then so actually this is a little wider, so I'm actually going to go like so, put the music behind, and maybe this one, kind of like that. Okay, and then since we're going with the theme, how about I just pull off a little more music and yeah, you know, it's really fun, and it's really kind of a good thing to do while you're watching TV, because it makes you not be as, you know, oh, does this match or does that match? You know, I'm just gonna do that because that's fun. Okay, and then let's do a little fabric. I have some bits and pieces left from last night, so that'd be cute there. That doesn't go. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, this one. Got this one. This would be good. Somewhere. Maybe this one. Just put that right there. You know, and like I say, I really do try to not to overthink it, but it's tough. It's tough. You know, you want it to look cute. But this fabric goes great with these. Put that up a little bit so that the notes show. Okay, what do I have left? A couple more. Let's just try this. Well, that didn't tear straight, did it? Okay, well, yeah, that's just gonna be what that's gonna be. Okay, that's cute there. This one, holy moly. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it. Okay, so put that down a little bit, put that up a little bit, and there we go. We have another batch of 6. So that's that. Now let's clip these, and then I'm gonna do this like I did my last batch, and just show you kind of a trick, a little trick. I'm clipping these only to unclip them, but I want you to see the whole process. So yeah, I just rip and clip while I'm watching TV, and it's awesome. I can just get something done. I'm not very good at just idly sitting and watching TV, but it's time spent with my husband in the evening, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's get the sewing machine and make sure we are in camera. I'm gonna move it a little bit more this way. Okay, so I am going to do just a zigzag. Oh guys, I'm totally out of my bobbin. I didn't check it before I got on here. I'm so sorry. I do it every time, don't I? Darn. Okay, well, I don't have any white, so I guess we're gonna have to quick like wind the bobbin. Sorry guys, jeez. I thought I was so prepared. I had my little examples and everything all ready to show you. And then we get to the see, I'm just building the excitement for this little trick. And you know how that goes. I talked about my adventure on my December daily. Everybody was all excited for my adventure, and it was a boring old walk. Okay, well, we'll just talk amongst ourselves while that bobbin winds. It's just like, oh my goodness. So anyway, this is a nifty trick. I think you're gonna like it. And those of you that are quilters, you're gonna go, oh yeah, I knew that. But I think for a lot of people, it'll be a new idea. You know, I've talked about my, are we almost there? Yep. I've talked about my friend Diane, that's a quilter. And so I have to attribute this little efficiency to my friend Diane because, ooh, that's bad. I'm not sure what happened to my poor little thread there. Must have been a flaw in that thing of thread. Hope we're okay. Well, we'll see. We'll start sewing. It'll let me know if it's not, won't it? Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. So hopefully that will stay engaged because the last time it goobered up, but I really didn't care. I mean, these clusters are going to sometimes have, or clusters, these collages are sometimes going to have words over them and whatever. Okay, so here's the deal. So I just pull off the clip. We're just going to set it under there. I'm going to get to zigzag. That's a good idea. And then we're going to just run a zigzag right down the middle. Now, when we get close to the end, we're going to unclip another one. And this is called chain piecing. And we're just going to go right to the next one. And while I'm sewing, I'm undoing, and I'm going right to the next one. If there's a couple of stitches in between, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. I'm going to line that up a little bit better. And so I'm just doing that, unclipping. Just going to follow right along. Unclip. Oh, sometimes your fabric will flip up, but no biggie. Just keep going. Okay, that one, I want to catch the music. So I'm going to get that a little bit arranged. And that's allowed. You can stop if you need to. Okay, let me get this whole pile over here. Can you see all that in the camera okay? I hope so. I'm gonna put this at a little more of an angle. Maybe you'll be able to see it better. Okay, so I'm gonna unclip and just follow right in with the next one. Didn't want to grab that very badly. unclipping. Okay, so that kind of shows you what I mean about the chain piecing. And so then you end up with this. You've got a long string of your collages. So then you just go through and you just clip in between. Let's see, maybe I'll get up here so you can see. So I just see how that, you can see the sewing in between, and I'm just going to clip that and clip and clip. So then you've got a made while you're watching TV, so you're doing that, and then literally in minutes you've got your little collages all sewn and ready to go onto a piece. Isn't that cool? I think that's really fun. Okay, so if you've got it, if you're sick of it, you can turn it off, but I'm going to do a little bit more just for fun because it is fun. And yeah, I'll do this one with the ribbony thing on it. And that'll be a good one to do kind of first because it's going to require me to move it around a little bit probably. Yep. Squish it in there. But those turn out really kind of cool on that ribbon that's just sort of randomly wrinkled on there. Sometimes it just wants to move the fabric. You know, and they're collagey and arty, so I don't care if they go off kilter, which is why I can take my hands off and just feed in the next one, you know. I kind of just want to show you how quickly you can really do a whole big stack of these. Doing it this this piecing way. I'm almost through my stack already. Can you believe it? Hopefully it's fun for you to see the different collages as I'm doing this. Just about did two together there. And they're just piling up behind the sewing machine. Getting ready for me to clip them apart. Look at, that's all I have left is this little bitty batch. I think you're going to be seeing these in a lot of my journals, guys. I just think they're so fun. I just think they're so fun. Usually, something I forgot to say is usually I just do 3 pieces on them. This one has 4, you know, the base and 2 pieces on top like this one. And I think that's just fine. But if you want more, put more on there. Look at, we're almost done. Last one. Oh, and it's a chunky one, so that's good. Glad it was last. Either needed to be first or last so I could mess with it a little bit. There we go. It says Happy Thoughts. It was one of the salvages of the fabric. So there you have it, you guys. Look how quickly we did this whole giant stack of these collages. I just think this is so fun, and just to have them in a big sack and ready to go. I mean, seriously, it's just fun. And what a great way to use up your scraps, right? It's like, look at how cute that is. How cute that's going to be on the bottom of something. Love it. Love it. Sarah, thank you for sharing your wonderful creativity. You guys go over to the mushroom market. First of all, Sarah is from Australia, and so, you know, I could listen to her talk all day. And so yeah, she's super fun to listen to, and she's, yeah, I've just been working my way through her videos and really enjoying it. So I wanted to share that, and definitely give her credit for this idea, because it's just so cool. It's yeah, I love Jessica Rapp's idea of the clusters too. I like doing those as well. This is just a different take on it, and I love the sewing aspect. I just had to figure out a way to sew it quickly. I mean, I didn't want to be messing with each piece, you know, and so I did this. Now these are not attached. I mean, it's not, we haven't gone back and forth, so it's not tied off, but you're gluing these anyway, you know, you're gluing them onto your project, so they're not going to come unraveled anyways. This one's fun. Again, it was a salvage of a piece of fabric, and it says odds and ends. Isn't that great? I think that's perfect for these. So I have this giant stack in just a few minutes. So I thought you guys might enjoy this little process. So I had to share with you. Look at all this. Handfuls of collages. I love it. So thanks for joining me, everybody. If you have any questions or anything, leave me a comment below, and I hope you'll go over and check out the Mushroom Market on YouTube. She also has an Etsy, called the Mushroom Market. And so, yeah, go check Sarah out and tell her you saw her here, and that you had to come over and check her out. So those are my beauties. Love it. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll just see you next time. Bye-bye.